It's a winner's Sunday. Penn State, the Bears, Carolyne Prevost. Jamie still got to wait. We got to see what's going on there. And we'll talk about all that next on Sunday Night CrossFit Talk.
Dark. Back from the dead is a miracle, doc. They counted me out. Moment of truth, counting it down. Underdog story was down for the count. Back on my feet, back with a mic, back on the beat, back with a family that bang in the streets. The game on lock, I stand with a key. Standing my ground, I am planning to flee. Standing my ground, I am planting my feet. Taking a stand, embracing my destiny, shaking his hand, flipping the script.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sunday night CrossFit Talk. Ken Walters in your face. Bears over Vikings.
I can hear now, I think.
Walk off field goal to win the game. Yes.
That one I can get behind. The Penn State can't get behind.
I didn't think they had a shot, but then I saw your team.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what a good day. What a good day. The Bears are 7-3.
It's Scott that I can't hear, but I could hear Jamie.
That's weird.
Can you hear me, Jamie? I know Ken Walters can hear me.
I can hear you fine.
I hear Jamie and that's it.
Oh.
That's not good. So, yeah. Well, keep messing around and we'll keep playing. Because I don't know what else to do.
I don't hear a single thing.
Rams 1-2. Yeah, CrossFit can still hear me. So,
they can hear you, Carolyne. Nobody. Yeah, that's a problem that you can't hear Scott.
Why am I not able to hear Scott, but I can hear you?
I don't know.
That's really weird.
Because like one speaker's working and one isn't, but you're not hearing me, so it doesn't matter what I say.
I'll try to log off again.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Penn State may have to still pay Virginia Tech's coach. They're going to have to pay him regardless. The $55 million's out the door. You know, we'll keep going. But yeah. It's been a good weekend. I tried to talk smack with Jamie this weekend, but it's hard to talk smack when she was already defeated before the game even started.
Exactly. I was resigned to that one.
Yeah. It was a pretty good weekend there. I did watch the first episode of the new season of Landman tonight.
I haven't seen
right
that.
Before the show. Right before this show. Damn, it is off and flying. So good. And I got to catch up on Tulsa King probably tomorrow or Tuesday.
Yeah, you guys make me feel like I need to watch that show.
Tulsa King, I'm just a big Stallone fan. Like, so for me, it was a win. And then when I got into it, the storyline has gotten better and better each season, in my opinion. So I've been really, really excited about that.
I've just been watching the typical whatever Tuesday night. Still watching Matlock. I'm really annoyed with High Potential being on like an extra long break.
Me too.
That's just silly.
Yeah. I watched Matlock too, but this season I don't know. I'm kind of like.
Yeah. I hear you. It's yeah.
Yeah. But I love those Paramount Plus shows. So they're big. What made Tulsa King better this season is Robert Patrick is playing the villain.
Okay.
And he played the T1000 in Terminator 2.
Okay.
And he is awesome. So awesome. Jody is Saving Landman watching Billy Joel. The Billy Joel documentary is awesome.
Okay.
So good. Any intimate scene in Tulsa King feels like a Cialis commercial. I get where you're coming from with that. I've just always been a Stallone fan. And so I've been really pumped to see that. So Dan Church, the last series I watched on TV was Lost when it originally aired. That's a long time ago.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a long time ago.
I took my microphone off and I can hear you guys now.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So, I will not use this tonight.
All right. We'll figure that out. You sound a little tinny, but
it's okay. We will take it. We'll take it.
And yes, Ken, I know the Lions. Well, they start in 12 minutes. I'm aware.
Apparently the Lions got scheduled every single Sunday night game this year. It's ridiculous.
I know.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna attempt it one more time.
No, don't.
Jacking up the system,
Carolyne. We'll take what you got. We'll take what you got.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, you muted right away, so I don't know what's going on with the mic.
Not meant to be tonight.
CrossFit says new Alien series was good, ending stunk. Don't you hate that when you invest like in a series the whole way and then the ending just is like, I hate that. I guess she doesn't teach the AV club. Math and phys ed.
Yep. That's it.
So speaking of which, first of all, we have to make an announcement. If you haven't noticed, down in the bottom of our screen, we have a new sponsor. Sponsor of the show is Thirdsy. We've been talking with them for a few months. I've been giving it a try. For people who've been following my journey, I've been having a hard time sleeping with my sinuses. And so I started using Thirdsy a couple months ago, and it has changed my sleep pattern completely. I went from getting 2 hours straight sleep to like 6 hours straight sleep.
That's incredible.
And it has been game changing for me. Overall, like my days are better because I'm sleeping better at night. I'm able to get a lot more done. I'm more productive during the day. And the biggest thing for me is I've tried melatonin and it makes me feel awful. And this has no melatonin in it. So it's really good. It's got some collagen in it to help you recover. John George, you just asked the question. Nope, no melatonin in it at all. It's melatonin free. It includes 10 grams of grass-fed collagen. It is all, if you are an athlete, it's been tested by Informed Sport. So it is pure and you can use it safely. So that's a big key too. So yeah, it's a great product. This is the new flavor. It is salted caramel chocolate. You can mix it with either water or milk, and you can do it hot or cold. And I have not tried it yet. I cannot wait to try it.
I have it here for tonight.
Yeah.
I won't do it now. I'll do it like middle of the show.
I have the strawberry lemonade right here that I've been using pretty frequently. But I'm going to sip it on the show. And then as soon as we're done with the show, I'm going out like a light. So super excited about that. Super excited they've jumped on board with us. They're a great organization. And you can get 15% off by using the code Jazzy.
Perfect.
Jazzy at Thirdsy. So Thirdsy.com, use the code Jazzy.
Why am I not surprised that's the code?
Well, it makes sense, right?
It does.
It makes sense. And I want to make it easy. People don't have to spell Clydesdale or anything like that. Just Jazzy. Jazzy.
Love it.
There you go. So super excited about that. Thank you to them. Can't wait to try this new flavor. But excited that I'm actually sleeping at night.
You got to put the code. You got to put the code Jazzy at the bottom too.
Yeah.
For the next show.
I have to do what?
Put the code on the screen.
Besides Thirdsy at the bottom, you got to put the code Jazzy right there.
I actually had a banner made and I accidentally deleted it, putting in pencil pen Sharpie.
Ah,
So it'll be up there next time. I promise. But I have that limited space down there. It's not I don't want to go so small you can't see it. Anyway, wow. Something squeaked.
Yeah, I plugged in my laptop. It wasn't plugged in.
and
You know,
we are
my
struggling.
daughter's going to be home in 5 days for Thanksgiving.
Ooh. On Thursday or Friday?
Friday night.
Friday night. And then
Flying in.
for the whole week.
She's flying in Friday night and flying out Sunday morning after Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Carolyne doing the remix.
Yeah.
Sorry. We'll get this figured out for next week.
So, well, super stoked for Thursday coming on. Super stoked my daughter's coming home. But someone had a really big weekend, and I've been dying all day to talk to her about it. So this weekend was the Everyday Heroes Service Cup at CrossFit Mayhem, and Carolyne participated in that as an educator. There were 5 categories: firefighter, police officer, military, education, and medical. And they all had teams and they competed against each other. And from that, Carolyne, what were your biggest takeaways from the weekend?
That's pretty sweet.
It's actually really cool.
So first place, belt buckle, trophy. Very nice.
Takeaways. It was just such a refreshing competition to compete with athletes that like I can relate on like different things with them. Like we shared a lot of experiences on how we get our training done, like during our busy days and stuff like that, whether it was like educators or firefighters, people working shift, like shift work and stuff like that. So really cool just to meet awesome people like the whole weekend. I didn't even know my partner prior to competing. Met her like in person there. We had never worked together. And just like the whole group of athletes, male and female, were awesome. And then Mayhem, as like the gym and people there, treated us so well the entire weekend. Made it seem like if it was like their Mayhem Classic. Like we had the warm-up area. They gave us jerseys, t-shirts, had pictures for us. They gave us dinner the Friday night. And then during the competition day, we had snacks provided for us the whole time. Like they had a snack room with like all the goodies that you can think of. And then they had Chick-fil-A, like little breakfast things. And then they had Chick-fil-A lunch for us, desserts. They had like everything provided, Gatorade, anything that you could ask for when you're competing. Like they just know what the athletes will want. And like we had it. They even paid for our accommodations when we were there. Like it was
That's awesome.
awesome.
I want to address it real
my
quick.
flight, and that was it.
Larry, I will get with them as soon as the show's done, and I'll shoot you a DM. They told me it was up and running, so
Is it potentially 3 Z's like third Z?
I'll let Carolyne keep talking, and I will look up the email real quick.
And then so like we were well taken care of the whole time. The workouts, they were simple but hard. Nothing that was super high skilled, nothing like super heavy in terms of like no max lift. You won't see a max lift program by Mayhem ever really in a 6-scored event like weekend. So the workouts were workouts that everyone could do. And you just have to put your head down and go. So the events were great. And then at lunchtime the same day, there was also like a partner DT with a bunch of just OGs throwing down. So that was really cool just to see them taking on 12-minute AMRAP of DT where they had to like alternate rounds back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So you had, who was there? Austin, Rich were a team. Don Fall, who he was with. Dre was there. Rory versus Boz.
Oh,
They teamed up though this time.
okay.
Taylor Self, I forget the one guy that
Bryson.
That's his name. Jenny was there with, I think it's Heather Lawrence was with her as a partner. This one guy, Adam Davidson from Canada, that went to the games before as well. He was with Dre. Just a bunch of people throwing down in the middle at lunchtime. So pretty cool.
Who won that?
I don't know. They just finished and walked away.
I see.
Yeah, all sweaty.
At least they were able to get a workout in.
I think that's cool that they got the community involved like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, I did look it up. It is what she has typed out is capital J A Z Z Y. And that's what it is. So Jazzy, capital J A Z Z Y.
So you need the capital J, probably.
Maybe that was the issue.
That's how she typed out. She didn't say anything about whether it's case sensitive or not. But that's how she typed it out in the email. So try that, Larry.
So I only caught on Jenny and Dense Updates feed the first event, the one with the bike. I saw that you won that one. Did you win every event?
No, so we had 6 scored events. Mm-hmm. The first event was 80 cal echo bike, a certain amount of feet of farmer carry, 60
bench press,
farmer carry, finished 80 echo bike. We were like the last ones off the first round of like echo bike. Like we were the last ones off, and then we ended up catching up a lot on the bench press and the back half of it. So we won that one. We won all the workouts but workout number 5A. So part A was like 30 cal row, 30 GHD, 15 burpee get-overs at the 48-inch. You had partner 1 go, and then once the partner 1 finishes, partner 2 goes. Like begins. The military girls, they were second the whole weekend. They were pushing us the whole weekend. They sent it on that one. So right when the second person finishes, then the first partner comes back and does burpee get-overs, GHD row, and then that total time counts. So we stayed a little bit more conservative on the first end, hoping that like the full workout was we were gonna catch up by the full workout, but we didn't expect them to go as hard on that. So I had some catching up to do on the first end of it. I made up some ground, and then on the back half, I made up good ground to overtake, and we won the overall time on that one. So,
was your partner pretty well matched to you?
She was good.
Yeah.
She's done semifinals before.
Okay.
Don't know if she did it last year, but she's done some before. So yeah, she was good. Solid.
Where did Megan and Shanae finish?
I think they finished last this weekend.
Aw, that's sad.
It's tough because there's only 5 teams competing, right? So, it for the most part it was us 1, then military 2nd, and then there was kind of juggling between like the other 3 teams, but there was like a separation, I would say, between the top 2 there.
Did Jack's team win the men's side?
Yes.
Yeah.
They ended up sweeping.
Wow.
They got all 6.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to email and do everything.
I know.
I saw so much swag. Like you guys had a really nice athlete dinner. They gave away like backpacks and
Yeti backpack. There was like a nice little dog chain thing that they attached to it with our name on it. A basketball jersey type thing. A t-shirt with our name on it. Another t-shirt. A Yeti bottle. A coin. So similar to like the games, you know how we receive like little coins? They made a little coin as well. Yeah.
Did you fly home today?
Yeah, so I rented a car, so I drove back to the airport this morning. Like I got up at 3 or 4:40, I think, and had to drive to Nashville, and then my flight was at 8:15 this morning. And I was back in Toronto by like 11:30 this morning.
Okay. This is kind of a question I had. CrossFit says, did it feel like partner work or two people working out near each other?
What do you mean?
Like, did it feel like, was it more like just a you go, I go, or did it feel like you had to like, I know that first one was like you had to split reps on the bike and the bench, so that probably felt like a partner workout. Did you feel like they mostly were designed that way? Like you actually had to rely on your partner, or did you just feel like you were working out for time and she was working out for time?
No, there was a lot that was like split the reps and strategy there. But basically just the last one was individual.
Okay.
The rest of it, like the rope climbs, it was 6, 9, 12 rope climbs with a bunch of synchro squats and synchro lunging. Like you have to, like, I'm not going to do 27 rope climbs. Like it's not like it's going to be a partner workout. We're going back and forth. And then the synchro squats, like you have to be on the same timing there. And then there's other workouts that like you're like the one workout we had to run, I think it was a little shy of 400 meters, but it was like 4 rounds of 400 meters. One person sled pushes while the other one does axle bar deadlifts, and you switch, you finish your thing, and then you have to wait and run together. So I think it was well programmed. Like there was a mixture of synchro work, splitting, and the last one being able to shine individually.
Yeah. So you were truly as good as your weakest partner. Like
100%.
that was right.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. Like you couldn't carry the team by yourself.
Right.
At all.
If there are deadlifts, I'm just tagging Carolyne in.
Well, there were deadlifts, but we both had to do them at the exact same rep scheme.
So the trophy is mammoth, and it looks like they do it like the Stanley Cup, where each year the winning teams get like their names engraved onto that trophy. As a hockey player, how cool was that?
Yeah, it's going to be part of the original, group that gets their name on there. So the last year was the first year they had it. I really loved the idea of adding a plate and then just keep going down. So I think it's really cool to have that.
That is cool.
It was a cool looking trophy too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the belts, like a lot of people are taking pictures holding it before, and like I'm like, you don't touch that thing before. You stay away from trophies like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
like,
jinx
nope,
it.
you don't touch that until you have to earn it. So I saw a lot of the athletes taking pictures with it and holding it. I was like, it's like you win your conference championship in hockey, and they're like, are they gonna touch a trophy? Are they not?
Did you bite it to see if it was real?
Nope. Did not.
We need more CrossFit trophies to drink out of. It's funny. They were talking. So College Game Day was in Pittsburgh this weekend. Pat McAfee is a Pittsburgher, and he told the story about when the Penguins won the cup. They brought it down to a local pub, and they filled it and they passed it around the pub for and he had just happened to be there as a spectator, and they passed around for everybody to drink out of. That's the stuff I love about the Stanley Cup.
A lot of things have been inside that Stanley Cup.
Yeah. Good thing they give it a good clean every year before they hand it out again.
Like poutine, spaghetti, like anything.
Oh God.
Drinks, like
it's been in pools. It didn't get dropped in the ocean.
Well, I know the Lombardi Trophy. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the Stanley Cup has been epic.
Yeah. Did
you meet CrossFit?
Probably. Did I?
Probably. You don't know. You don't know if you met him.
I don't know. I don't know who CrossFit is.
Nobody knows who CrossFit is, but he knew that there were chicken minis there.
So he was.
I've never had Chick-fil-A before this weekend, so.
Thoughts?
Well, I didn't try it like with the sauce or anything like that. I just had the chicken thighs or whatever they're called. They're good, but I wasn't gonna eat a bunch of them during the comp. I had like 2 of them, and then by the time I wanted them after the comp, they were gone. So then there was mac and cheese that was there, and I had lots of that, and I had cookies and Capri Sun, just anything that was back there.
Yeah. So, so cool. Overall, would you do it again?
Absolutely. For sure.
Do you think and just so everybody knows, it was not streamed, but Mayhem did do a video and they're going to do a post-production highlights of the weekend. So that's still to come. We're going to get to see Carolyne do her thing. Going to get to see Jack do his thing and all the other people that went and participated. It looks so much fun. I cannot believe this thing not growing after what people saw.
I hope it grows. I mean, I hope it doesn't grow too much where us educators just keep cleaning up. I want to come back every year, so I want it to grow, but settle down, people.
It's not about us. It's about everyday heroes.
But it was fun. It was fun, and it's the people that made it really fun. Met some really cool people this weekend.
Yeah, I still think the way they got the community involved, and it's this big event celebrating everyday heroes. I think it's just something that should be celebrated and grown, and I hope it continues to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Rich said maybe a chance we'll see 10 teams each next year.
So
Wow.
two per division.
Two sums per division. So that,
yeah, 2 educator or 2 teams in the education division, 2 teams in the flat division. It'd be cool. Yeah, it was awesome.
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, super cool.
And their gym is so nice. They have access to everything. Yeah, lucky group that's there.
Andrew Sten was there judging. Yes, both Rich and Angelo talked about making it bigger. Did you get to talk to Rich or Angelo about the programming, about what went down, any of that, or?
Not much. I talked more to Rich. Just said thank you for hosting us and putting this on for us, because I mean he doesn't have to, but this is something that he supports, and it's very important for him to do this for us. So just said thank you. Said that the programming was great, because it's you want to make sure every team can do it. You don't want it to be. It was functional workouts. Could there have been maybe a hanging movement, like a toast to bar muscle up? Yeah, probably, but it was okay. The way it was, workouts were hard, races were good, and yeah, they crushed us. They made us work for it. It's fun.
CrossFit, it's impressive to get these people with real schedules all to take PTO at the same time.
Well, not everyone that was 1-2, 1-2 on every division was able to come.
Right.
Because of probably obligations with their own careers. So you had, maybe someone that finished a little bit further down on the leaderboard had to fill in this weekend.
Yeah, that stinks. So we're going to move into the next segment, and we're going to do things a little bit differently this week. We're spreading our game out over the entire show. And because there's not enough topics to have both pencil, pen, and Sharpie, or fact or fiction, and other topics. So what I'm going to do is a pencil, pen, or Sharpie, and then we're going to talk about that topic in more depth.
Okay.
So the first pencil, pen, or Sharpie is Mayhem is perfecting the boutique style competition.
Pen. Or wait, Sharpie.
So I'm going to say Penn. I mean, I guess I could argue Sharpie, but because perfecting is the word in there, but I would say like JR with Crash stuff started this. And I think he's kind of doing a great job of kind of perfecting it as well. At this point, I feel like they're playing off of each other. So yeah, I'm just going to say Penn.
I think like any legend, you don't really know where the source is. The first Mayhem Classic was in 2019.
Yeah.
Where they did like the first boutique competition. And I'm wondering if that was an inspiration for JR to take back to his gym. And then they've gone kind of back and forth in the perfecting of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a little bit of both. And so I'll just give it a pen, probably because it's had a little back and forth between the two. But my argument is Mayhem probably started at first as a sanctional in 2019. And then JR has taken it and kind of run with it from there. Penn, perfecting it would mean it's profitable.
I don't know. I think there's an argument to be made there that that's not necessarily the route they're trying to take it.
And we don't know. Have you seen the books?
Well, true. It could be profitable.
I don't know. And again, I agree with you too, Jamie. This weekend with the Everyday Heroes, that may not be their main goal is to be profitable. Maybe it's just, hey, we want to celebrate these people.
Right.
And this is something that we're willing to take a loss on to do that.
Like, I think regardless, they have the tools to make it, the perfect boutique competition. Like, they have everything there in terms of space, equipment, all of that to have it like a successful comp. And they've proven that they can do it. And then even with their live stream this year with the Mayhem Classic, like, that was great.
CrossFit. Wilson was strong at it before he ramped up too. Yeah, the old Mac Fest before it became the Mac was a very big community boutique event as well. But even the Mac Fest has become much bigger than like in a gym. Like, they have to get an outside arena now just for that. So Andrew Stenson's breaking even would be a win.
I agree. I mean, JR is able to buy a new piece of equipment. I don't know how JR runs it. Like, I don't know if he gets a big sponsor for the prize purse or what, but he clearly is able to like take the registration money or qualifier registration money and buy a new piece of equipment each year, pretty much something new to introduce into that comp.
True. And again, they could be making a profit, or for JR, maybe it's getting money just to put back into his own gym.
Exactly.
To make it successful. We don't know what their goals are or what they're trying to achieve. And none of us can see the books. And I'm betting that this year's Mayhem Classic will have a cheaper stream now that they've seen that it can be done. And they've probably looked at what it takes to get it done. And their media team's big enough to maybe pull something off.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Bella this weekend, and she's like, everyone always says that the media team is big for like Mayhem, but they're like 10 people. So
but that's big for a gym.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's a huge gym.
They get like 100. She was saying that they get like almost 100 drop-ins a week.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy.
That is insane.
When my family used to go to the Outer Banks every summer, and their people were telling me that like they get 200 drop-ins a week at CrossFit Outer Banks, and they're just during the summer. And then during the winter, they can't even fill their building because it's only the members. But they make enough money in the summer to sustain themselves throughout the year. It's crazy. And Mayhem has become a destination.
Mm-hmm.
So Vegas gyms were crazy. I'm
Hey,
sure.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. All right. So next we're going to do one more pen to start off this other thing. CrossFit will be sold, pencil, pen, or Sharpie. CrossFit will be sold before the 2026 CrossFit Open.
Pencil.
I don't buy into any rumors.
Neither. Even if all the rumors we heard were real, that they have this 90 days and it could be like January, I feel like there's going to be something in the 90-day due diligence period that makes it not so.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what to even think anymore. So I guess I have to go pencil. We'll get into kind of the rumors next, but what's crazy to me is like a week ago today, I truly was hearing that the sales weren't going through because there was this blocking item in the negotiations of the sale, that there is like this liability issue that they can't determine whose responsibility it is after the sale,
Right.
whether it stays with Brookshire or whether it goes to the new owner, and they could never, ever figure that out. And
Yep.
that's why everybody has dropped out of the sale.
Right.
And truly, like 24 hours later, boom, there's someone that's been in talks for weeks. They've got an exclusive period, 90-day period to negotiate. And there are these guys out of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. And it just blew me away so fast. I don't even know if I can even believe it.
Right.
But there are these little shreds that, if they are true, mean a lot. So let's talk about the rumors real quick. Most of this was broke by the Barbell Spin. So I'm giving him credit for all of this. I'm going to pull up his article real quick.
How does he find this stuff? Like, is he just searching CrossFit all day long?
I don't know how he found that Reddit post.
Like, how does he find a Reddit post from one new user of some sort? Like,
Exactly.
You can search Reddit by subject matter, and I'm sure there's like a way to like put an algorithm that just notifies you if something new has been posted about that. But how much do you have to sift through to find this?
and he has a regular job, right?
Yes.
Right. So we said pencil. Everybody, pencil, fool me twice, I won't be fooled again.
Right.
Pencil, wrote in the sand, disappearing ink, invisible ink, Etch-a-Sketch.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah. So anyway, it comes out, there was a Reddit post that has since been deleted and doesn't exist now, that Wade Diebner, who is a hedge fund manager in Silicon Valley, and Mark Mastrov, who own 24 Hour Fitness and Crunch Fitness, are the two leading the charge to buy CrossFit. They put out there was a statement in this Reddit article that looked very much like it was AI written, that there was going to be celebrity influencers involved, athletes, Hollywood, people who have used CrossFit for mega transformations, blah, blah, blah. So all that happened. And then there was a Twitter X account created under the name, I have it in my notes, under the name World Fit News. The Twitter account, X account, has now been deleted. The Reddit has been deleted. But here's what is still out there. There was an interview done with Matt Davis of Hybrid Media. Matt Davis of Hybrid Media. He's been around forever. If you were a follower of Arm & Hammer, they used to collaborate on stuff back in the day when he was doing obstacle course racing. Matt Davis was, and Armin was doing CrossFit, and it was big when Hunter was like picked as the wild card and all that stuff. They started doing collaborative stuff. Apparently he had an interview with the hedge fund manager and was told a lot of these things. Spin has a good relationship with Matt Davis. And so I don't believe that Matt would be lying to Spin about what he was told. Then the wheels completely came off when I can never get his name right. The event director for WFP, Roger Nilsson, went on a Swedish podcast and then Spin used AI to translate into English that he talked about that they wanted to meet with all of the players from every possibility, so that they have actually met with Dave Castro and the current regime at CrossFit, that they have met with these prospective new owners. And he said that if they do get the bid, the season is completely changing. And other things. So he said this on the Swedish podcast, and it was all translated. And you can go to the Barbell Spins Instagram account and hear the AI translation of him saying these things on there. The big thing that he was saying was that the WFP wants to hold a tour stop in Mallorca around where quarterfinals are, and that they're trying to get with CrossFit to figure out how to do both, which is a big step if WFP is actually doing that, to try to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they have no choice right now, WFP, because like they have to figure out how to keep their athletes for next year, and with all these withdrawals and stuff, like they have to collaborate and see what's actually going to be best for the athletes, right?
Yeah. That's our next topic. We'll get into that in a second. But as for the sale, so one thing that we have known is that Roger has been kind of speaking the truth. The one person from the WFP, him and Jason Ainsley on separate podcasts, the two event directors have been releasing the most information. Then we have this Matt Davis guy that I don't think would lie to Spin. And from everything I know of watching him back in the day when he was on Arm & Hammer, is that he's a very trustworthy and reliable source. So that's the only thing that makes me not disbelieve all of this. But it's still like this thin, because I am hearing people inside HQ are saying that this is absolutely false, that none of this is true.
Mm-hmm.
But what does that mean?
That means nothing.
So here we sit. We were convinced a week ago that they weren't going to sell.
Right.
And that they were moving in a good direction. And if they kept moving in that direction, maybe the value of the company would actually move to a position where they could sell. And now this whole wrench has been thrown as a big Thanksgiving, Christmas holiday gift to us all.
I just think they're a little bit out of their mind with what they think it's worth. And I truly like this, you hearing rumors about the liability issue, that makes complete sense to me. I think that would probably be the biggest hold up to a sale, whether it be the Jukic like settlement, other things. Like that's a huge liability to possibly take on if it's not settled.
I agree. I think, and I don't know what the liability is. I don't know what they're debating over. I've just heard that it is a liability issue. The only thing that is popping into my head is, of course, the Lazar situation. And are there still pending lawsuits based on what happened there?
Right.
And is that what's holding everything up? But that is complete speculation on my part. Right. I have nothing backing that up. That's just me looking at the situation thinking that is probably the biggest piece of liability that would be facing this company.
Fully agree.
So, but I don't know. I don't know. Fergie Show, since Mastroff is currently CEO of Crunch Fitness, does that mean that the 500 locations become CrossFit affiliates? I think the cart is way before the horse on that question.
My worry with a buyer like this would be that everything's going to turn into a franchise model.
I think the minute you turn into a franchise model, you've lost 3/4 of your affiliates.
I agree.
But even if like they come on and change the whole season, like that's going to upset a lot of people that are already organizing and stuff. Like that's not like typically when you enter a company, especially in that first year, you try to not,
make any major changes,
shake everything up that much, and you kind of more like observe and study what's going on and hear everyone's suggestions. And I don't know. I feel like that's what you normally do. I have no experience as a CEO, but
I agree with you, Carolyne. In most cases,
I feel like you don't change the whole season up and all of that if you're joining or taking over CrossFit. Like that's only going to further divide the community and lose a lot of people.
At the very least, usually a new owner comes in and they take 90 days to just observe.
Yeah.
Right.
Learn,
right.
See what's going on, see where they can maybe bring value in different areas.
CrossFit says Roger's either dumb and loose-lipped or just makes shiz up. And maybe he did. I don't know, but
is Rogers the WFP?
Yeah. He's the European event coordinator, but he would be involved with like scheduling Mallorca, and because that would be his gig. I don't, and anything that we would guess that the new owners would do it is complete speculation. But you can't have observed anything about this entity and think that a franchise model is going to work, or that doing something to change the masses is going to work. Now I could see this like CrossFit creatine, put it in your affiliate.
Yeah.
We're selling this, right? I could see something like that. But that still is probably going to piss off affiliate owners. Because truly, if you're Craig Howard and you've got CrossFit Diablo, do you need CrossFit HQ to keep going on as a gym and be successful? Not really. I mean, the name means something, and I'm sure that people want to work out at an affiliate. But if someone comes in and ruins the name, what does that then matter anymore? And Craig is still going to run his gym. And I use that name just
CrossFit without calling it CrossFit.
Right.
I just use that name because he's one of the first. He's been doing it for years. What CrossFit provides him in like how to run a business is probably nil or next to none. And it's like what Zia said on the CrossFit podcast. And if you have not seen that podcast, it's advertised as Dawn Fall, but the money part of that podcast is Zia. And her thing is that what she wants from HQ is the name CrossFit to mean something.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need business advice. She doesn't need to know how to run her affiliate. She just needs that name to mean something so people will want to come to her.
For sure. No, it's the name of CrossFit. It's making sure everyone knows what it is, that it's safe, that it's for everyone, not for like what's the saying?
Anyone, but not for anyone.
Yeah.
It's for
everyone,
but not for everyone.
But if you can make the name CrossFit stronger and debunk a lot of things that's on the internet and all of that, and honestly, even partner with people like with High Rocks, like that's like blowing up, and it's like we're not against High Rocks, but if you want to get better at High Rocks, you do CrossFit and you just add more running, and lean into this growth of the High Rocks and use that to, have more connection with CrossFit. But yeah, the name CrossFit has to mean something strong.
If it goes franchise, then Proven, Sentinel, HWPO, etc. will be selling more training programs into OG affiliates, which I think would de-affiliate from a franchise model. They want to be entrepreneurs. I know what you're saying, Ken, and I do think people will de-affiliate, and I do think they want to be entrepreneurs. I think that part is true. Whether Proven, Sentinel, and HWPO programming goes up, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these OG places program their own stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of the OG CrossFitters love the programming aspect of owning their own affiliate. So I don't think one necessarily means the other. But I do understand your point for sure. It used to be exciting seeing nanos or a shirt in the airport. Now it's like, whatever. I still get excited. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I may be naive.
I look for people's shoes at the airport, and I'm like judging them by like what kind of shoes they are, and I'm like, oh, maybe they're CrossFitters.
Especially when I'm on a trip to a CrossFit event, I like to look around and see like who else is going to where I'm going.
Yeah.
Make your members evangelize again. If you listen to Zia, I think the new marketing campaign she claims is what is doing that for her affiliate right now. But I think it's because she's a good affiliate owner and she shares all this stuff with them. I think it's beyond just the marketing campaign. Jeremy, that's salt in the wound, buddy. We are having technical difficulties tonight, and we are just getting by the best we can.
Is it that bad?
No, it's fine.
No.
We're happy you're here. Don't listen to Jeremy.
I can go back to not hearing Scott.
Oh, it's totally fine.
USAW pushed against CrossFit for a while, and CrossFit got bigger. CrossFit can't make that mistake with High Rocks. I think, and again, probably me just being naive. I think that the partnerships that CrossFit is making now, like they are with Wadapalooza, like they are with other competitions like ruck racing, things like that. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for High Rocks and CrossFit to do something together. I really don't. It is a lot about the franchise model. It is about replacing all gyms that de-affiliated and stopping the bleeding. 8 gyms in my town alone in the last 2 years. That's crazy.
Well, like $4,500 a year is insane. It's prohibitive for a lot of gyms.
I think that CrossFit in Columbus is just so strong. Like we didn't see that de-affiliation.
I don't know.
I feel like we saw it a lot in the Toronto area. There's quite a few gyms that closed down during the up of the affiliation fee.
Mm-hmm. I mean, rents are up. Like you can't have everything go up on them. And for what? Like that's a lot of people's biggest gripe is like, what really? I didn't get anything more. Why are we doubling?
Yeah, Jeremy, she was the astronaut representing at Everyday Heroes. Larry Young. Yeah, I look for real CrossFitters and have often thought for a non-CrossFitter, I'm deeper in the space than a lot of them. It's a weird feeling. High rent areas got smashed between that and rent.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I live in a high rent area, probably here in Columbus, and every gym around me is still affiliated.
That's great.
But like CrossFit Polaris has hundreds of members.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a high rent district, but they have a ton of people coming.
Yeah, that's probably kind of true. I lost your. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I see you muted. You're muted. Muted.
Yeah, I can see the mute. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see the mute. Says your mic's not connected. I tried to unmute you myself and it says your mic is not connected.
Having all the technical difficulties.
Yeah. What in the world?
I'm not sure. Like our gym in Toronto, like we kept our prices pretty low. Like we had decreased them during COVID. And then with all of the other gyms that closed down, we gained a lot of people. And we just never brought it back up in terms of pricing. So even though the affiliation fee went up, because so many other gyms around us sadly like closed, like it kind of brought us more members. And we were able to hold on. And I mean, we have a large gym. So like we kind of are in a good location in Toronto, but there were a lot of gyms that had to close down, and it's just such an expensive place in the Toronto area. So like they couldn't do that increase.
Yeah.
So my roadcaster just quit.
Oh, well, that tracks.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's the new game tonight, charades. Train Olive, who is killing me in fantasy football today. My gym just celebrated 14 years. Many gyms around have changed ownership multiple times or de-affiliated.
Forgot to even look at my fantasy this week.
It was a dangerous waiting game at that sad phase. We absorbed 2 or 3 gyms partially.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what happened is
You're not sorry.
The couple that were nearing, probably not doing great anyway, probably should have closed, and that closure helped the other good gyms because they were able to offset that price increase.
I mean, that was the original model, right?
Yes.
Greg didn't care if you opened up a gym across the street. The strong will survive and the weak will die off. But I don't think that was the intention of this price increase during an economy with inflation and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Fergie Show, Crunch Premium membership is $120 here. That is lower than most CrossFit affiliates.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Greg used to cancel your agreement if you complained about too many gyms nearby. My old gym, my original CrossFit gym, we were surrounded by so many gyms, and we just got to be better than them, and the other gyms went away.
Yeah.
Right. And then we absorbed all the people from those gyms. And that's why they had to move 4 times into bigger facilities as that growth happened. It was insane.
That's a nice problem to have.
Yeah. All right. So we'll keep our ear to the grindstone, go to the barbell spin. He is in touch with all of this stuff. Last week, it was every time I went on with the lunch show, Spin broke news.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't even get like 5 minutes into a show and Spin is breaking news. So make sure you go check him out. I am signed up for his alerts, thank God. And we'll see what happens with all this. The other thing is, I think everybody's now turned quiet because they and I think someone commented this. They remembered what an NDA is during the 90-day negotiation period.
Oh. Yeah.
So
NDAs and CrossFit are not a good combo sometimes.
That was my thought exactly. Like everybody complains about the other person leaking, and they all leak as bad as the other.
Mm-hmm.
Every single entity in this fitness space leaks everything.
They can't keep their mouth shut.
All right, so we're going to switch the game to fact or fiction because I couldn't get this to fit into a pencil, pen, or Sharpie. So the fact or fiction is, with the pending CrossFit sale and the WFP withdrawals, athletes are making a big mistake giving up a pro card opportunity with CrossFit a big unknown.
I mean, that's a very personal question. And I would say for these few people like Hopper bowing out, I would say that's a fiction. Like those top end athletes probably were not the ones to give the pro. Like you needed, that was the problem. Like that them just picking people and giving them money is nobody fought for it. And that's how, like, that's what drives the stuff. If people are fighting for this, that means more. And these people just feel like they're entitled or whatever. They're just taking the money and getting what they can out of it while it's there. But like, so for them, I'd say fiction. Like they're going to be fine. They're going to do the game season. There are some athletes that I feel like might be making a mistake by not continuing with and trying to make sure, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe WFP is not going to go anywhere either, but both could be up in the air. So try both seasons while you can.
I mean, anytime you can have guaranteed money, like, you should try.
So here's I've been hard on the WFP lately. I think that their business model has been really bad lately. And I am someone who wanted this to succeed. And I've been really disappointed that I didn't get my hope to show that a season that makes sense could work. That's all I wanted. I wanted a proof of concept, and we didn't get that. I think though, if these two owners and the speculation behind them, and if you've heard any rumors about 24-hour fitness and how it went under and how it treated the customers when it went under, like that may not be the person I want running CrossFit, right? And so now, if it sells to these Wild West wacky guys, does WFP now become the more stable home just out of default?
Yeah, but even if that is the case, I think some of those like those athletes at the top of the sport would it might take them the full year to earn it, but they would maybe choose to go fight for it and earn it, which would honestly be the cooler way to watch the season play out.
Yeah, I mean, like someone like Hopper, I don't even think you have to put forth a lot of effort to keep his card.
Yeah.
But someone like Jeff, who is still supposed to be going at this point, like he's going to have to work to get it. Right.
Unless more people drop out and it's kind of a shoo-in. I mean, it depends on how many more people drop out. Is Justin going to drop out? Is Dalen going to drop out? Who knows?
Jody says, no way CrossFit will prevail. Listen, if these two owners get in there and their record and their resume are any indication, it may not be a good thing. Listen, I lived in a town that was built on the oil industry. It was called Oil City. Quaker State's main head office was in my hometown. It was the only thing there. A CEO was brought in the early 90s and ran that place into the ground, and it was gone, and everybody lost their job. And if you would have said in the 80s that Quaker State would not exist in my hometown in 10 years, everybody would have called you a liar. Bad owners and CEOs can run a business right into the ground, and you never see it again. Quaker Steak and Lube is a restaurant, CrossFit, not Quaker Steak the Motor Oil. Just like Sears. Yeah, all it takes is one bad leader to run it right into the ground. And that's all I'm saying. Like, with the way it's being run right now, we are critical of it, but it's going to survive because it still kind of knows what its base is. And now they're actually kind of leaning into the base. These new owners, I don't know if they know the base.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think it's an interesting thought. My hope is that is not the case, that CrossFit will prevail and that whoever buys it or whoever retains it or whatever, we can continue on the path we've been going with all of the good things, the little bit of growth we've seen recently. But I also have to be a realist and say, I've seen companies destroyed by new ownership.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think competitive fitness or the fitness industry is going anywhere. But and CrossFit will be done in some form or fashion, just maybe not under the name. But it is a realistic possibility that a bad owner just destroys it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's the name that can get destroyed. Like the methodology, all of that. People know it works. People will continue to do that, just under whatever umbrella they'll want to do it under.
Yep.
Right.
That's why creating a strong name for CrossFit is so important, because like that's what separates us from, you know, a lot of other things that are lookalikes.
Yep.
I mean, we're also methodology and we separate in other ways, but just like in terms of just getting the name stronger.
That's why that interview that Hobart did with Don Fall and Zia, the affiliate owner, is so important for people to see and hear, because Zia lays it out on the table what an affiliate owner is looking for. And I'm not sure the new owners are going to understand that.
Well, hopefully whoever's looking to buy is watching the CrossFit media output and learning some things.
But regardless of like the new owners, the current owners need to be working on that all the time.
Which I do think they are. I think they are finally listening, but I think it's late in the game.
Yeah.
But better late than never.
It's much better, but it's gotta continue. Every day it's gotta be pushed. Different stories, different different messages and stuff. Commercials. Everything.
Yeah.
Gotta go all in.
I think the new CrossFit podcast with Hobart is awesome. The people he's having on and the discussions they're having are meaningful. I think the Games podcast is a step in the direction. It's got to find its niche, because you're not going to have breaking news every week.
Right. Aren't we supposed to get like more information on the Masters soon?
They have never said when or
they haven't.
Soon.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was supposed to be like within like 2 weeks of that other announcement.
The weekly Fergie question for Jamie. We should get a sponsor for this.
We should.
Jamie, would you rather run an ultra marathon in Colorado Rockies or host an open house on Black Friday weekend?
I don't know. I guess we'll host an open house. That's going to be just like a 2-hour open house sometime over the weekend. Probably that. I don't mind. I've run a couple marathons, but ultra, I don't know if I have I don't know. I just don't know that I want to be out there that long.
Jenny says you're going to hear in a couple weeks.
Okay. Just spill it, Jenny. You already know. So just let us know.
It's a step in a direction.
That's true.
Everybody takes a step in a direction.
Right. Oh, that's awesome.
Megan Apostolaris asked Boz some hard-pressed questions. It was funny.
I love that.
When I did that to Boz at the age group games, he now doesn't listen to my texts anymore. Jody says open house, hands down. It's 2 hours.
Right. And honestly, I don't think it'd be busy. I mean, it's Black Friday weekends. I feel like people are doing shopping and whatnot, family time.
Yeah, I usually work Black Friday because it is it's easy to work because nobody shows up to work but me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then I get whatever I want at Christmas because I've done that. But this year my father-in-law's 90th birthday is the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
So I'm going back to Pennsylvania to celebrate that.
That's
with
awesome.
them. Which is weird because I haven't really talked to my in-laws in 5 years. But I'm going back for the 90th birthday. That means after work Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but Corey can't come home for Christmas this year, so it's kind of apropos.
Yeah.
So we'll make Thanksgiving our big holiday this year.
Yeah.
So, Kenneth says, Fergie, come up with a better question.
Man, tough crowd.
Ain't nobody going to an open house on Black Friday weekend.
You just sit there and do some crossword puzzles and sit at the table.
So yeah, I'm going, Larry.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yep. You got to take those moments when you can.
Yep. Plus, I get to spend some time with my mom too and help her. She needs to move her washer and dryer upstairs. So I'm going to clear out that room so that it can be plumbed and ready for her. So we're going to do that too. Busy day. I don't have anything else on our agenda, so I'm going to finish with this. I went out to mulch leaves today and get them into bags. And my allergies, oh my Lord. It was so bad. But I got it all nice, except for there was a couple flower beds that had some leaves in it. But at least it wasn't going to destroy my grass. So I come in, I go to watch football. I look out the window, and there's Julie with the leaf blower blowing all the leaves out of the flower beds, out onto my grass that I just cleaned. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing, woman?
She's helping.
Oh, so bad. I was so pissed. It looks so good. And then there it is. Now I guess I got to go out tomorrow right after work and clean it up again.
Yep.
Gotta love marriage.
That's why I just don't help. I'll just mess it up. So
she loves running that leaf blower. Like she clears snow off her car with the leaf blower.
Oh.
Like I think she just loves running it.
Yeah.
And she just looks for any excuse. She goes, well, I wanted the flower beds clean. I'm like, it's okay for them to deteriorate in the dirt. That's kind of like a good thing.
Yeah.
It's bad when it's in the grass because it kills the grass. Man. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Bears are currently in first place.
They are.
Because the Lions haven't finished yet.
Yeah. It's what? Still 0-3 right now. We can't score, it seems like.
But so I'm going to drink my thirdsy.
I finished mine.
I'm going to figure out the code issue by tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. I do have another appointment tomorrow on a Monday. I'm hoping to be back in time to do the show, and hopefully have that updated code for you by then. But I did try it myself. It does not work. But I do have the email that says, hey, it's up and running. So the best part of being a show with a sponsor.
Yeah,
So.
that's great. We'll get it figured out.
There have been bad games. Dude, the Bears are 7-3. 7-3.
And that's good enough for first?
7-3? Yeah. There's only 2 2-loss teams in the whole league.
No one's dominating them this year. Did the Bills win today?
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching.
They beat the Buccaneers pretty bad.
It was close at one point.
Scott is jazzed for the Bears. Scott is jazzed for the Bears, but he's not jazzed that his jazz code isn't jazzing.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. I will update you guys. I'll put it on Instagram once we get it up and running, because I want you guys to try this salted caramel chocolate flavor.
I tried it tonight. It's good.
Good. Nice. CrossFit. I don't care if they're frauds. There's no way they should have been 7-3. I'll take it. Winning badly, winning weirdly is better than losing. And I will say that, amen.
Yeah.
At least your cornerback didn't get shot this morning. True.
Yikes.
Jets cornerback got shot this morning in New York. And then did you see the coach from Last Chance U was shot and killed on campus on Friday?
What?
Yeah. You know the show Last Chance U that's been on Netflix? The coach of that show was shot and killed on Friday.
Holy smokes.
And the Bears cornerback, who actually got an interception today, played for him. And when he got the interception, he like broke down, got on a knee, and did like a little tribute to him.
Oh my gosh.
But he was very emotional after the game about it.
Do they have who shot him?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a weird world, man.
Yep, it is.
Anyway, hug your loved ones tonight before bed. Tell them you love them. And we'll see everybody next week. Uh-oh. Hold it up like you did in the picture. My last question to you, Carolyne. So this year, you went to the Elite CrossFit Games.
Mm-hmm.
You took second at the age group CrossFit Games. You won the Service Cup CrossFit Games-ish. You've gotten a big belt. You've gotten a medal.
This is my first belt like that.
Do you display any of your awards, or do they just like go in a drawer?
No. The only things I have in my other room is the coins. I have the coins and the medal from this year of games. Everything else is like in my closet. And like my things from when I was young are in boxes back home.
The reason I asked that is a long time ago, I asked Anna Tobias where she kept her Olympic gold medal. And it's in the drawer of her side table of her bed.
A lot of athletes kind of have them in like hidden spots in their house.
Yeah. And then I've been in athletes' homes where they have them displayed in shadow boxes with the jersey and the whole bit. So it's like one way or another. I was just curious. But when Anna, I almost get it with like a CrossFit medal, but when Anna Tobias said Olympic gold medal, like that shocked me. Like that is once every 4 years. You only get a couple shots at it in life. So Fergie wants to know, Carolyne, are you still skating?
No, sadly. I'm like I'm a reserve for this like hockey team that has like all of like my like Olympians and people I played with in the last few years, but they haven't called me because everyone wants to play all the time. So
Now, what are you going to do, Carolyne Prevost? Disneyland?
I've never been to Disneyland.
Me neither.
Disneyland or Disney World.
You need to go to Syndicate next and get a sword.
I have swords from Taekwondo. Plenty of those. But those are back home as well. Probably in boxes.
Rich has his in like a closet. I think he said like he let Hillary do the first one in a shadow box, but the rest are just kind of stored away. I thought she was going to say I'm a reserve for the WFP. We didn't really talk about the withdrawals. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I did wonder if people were saying yes down the list. Holly did check that out. They are going down the list and nobody has denied the invite to Phil.
Holly did a good post on the points and stuff.
She did. It's confused a lot of people because the points that she posted removed everybody who's withdrawn.
Okay.
And then she posted a spreadsheet, a link to a spreadsheet that has everybody and their points and where they stay.
The ones withdrawn, like they have no shot now, right? Because it's double points? Or
I think that's true.
You would think so, right?
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, so,
I would hope so.
So how she posted it makes sense.
Right. She just, anybody who's withdrawn, because we were trying to figure out who's going to be in Copenhagen. So if they've withdrawn, she took them off the board.
Yeah.
And then she put the people that filled in for them on the board. And then like the next few that may get the call up. So
I think it makes sense. I think something like that is what WFP should be posting.
Yep.
Like who's in right now, who's not coming, like something like what all it did with that one.
Preacher choir, Carolyne. Preacher choir. Yeah, they should be doing something media-wise to promote the fact that they had to send out to media a second time reminding them that they're having this event and you can sign up for media credentials. I've never seen that in the CrossFit space ever. Because usually like the games or the semifinals send out media requests and they're gobbled up immediately. They're having a hard time getting people to come to Copenhagen at Christmas.
People are just,
Not a great time.
No.
Scott's a Bears fan. He lives for the In the Hunt graphics. Exactly. And that's what the sport's about. You're trying to see who is on the cusp of maybe stealing a pro card. That's what makes it interesting. If you don't know that, then you don't know the storyline going in. And when you can do it graphically, it makes more sense to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I don't need to dive down a rabbit hole again. Christmas was never a good call for an event. WFP is giving out enhanced media credentials. Whoopee. Let me be outraged by the first 4 out NCAA list. So for those of you who don't watch basketball, they put out a graphic. This is what we think the tournament bracket's going to be. Mm-hmm. Here's the 4 teams that we don't think are going to make it. Mm-hmm. And everybody goes up in arms that their school was left out of the NCAA tournament before it's actually even happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it shows you why it's important in sports to have those graphics. Because it creates talk. It creates
the cut line is the most important thing. Like for any playoff baseball, everything. Like you're looking at the cut line, you're looking who's going to be in, who's out, what's left, possibilities. Yeah.
Why do you think the baseball standings say how many games out of first place?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because people want to know, do we have a shot? Yeah. It only makes sense.
Because they could put like the whole list right now and then put a little X for the ones that have like claimed for sure their spots, or like a Y for the ones that are like claimed. And then like if you are not competing, maybe, and it's like guaranteed that you're going to be out, like put something beside that, like an asterisk.
Yeah. They do that. Like in baseball, it's like an E for eliminated. And then like an X if you're in the playoffs, a Y if you've won the division. So you can come up with a code that like makes sense. But yeah, like a P, you've got your pro card. E, you're eliminated from pro card consideration.
Exactly. We're giving them ideas right now.
Yeah. Well, last time Holly and I did this, a member of their team reached out to us and then they put out a graphic with a line. I think Holly's was better, but it's fine. I might be biased. So anyway, with that, guys, we are going to head out now. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love you all. Hit that like and subscribe button. And with that, have a great night. We'll see you all soon. Bye.